Indeed. Let's shift focus to one sector which has been in a bit of a focus. We've seen stocks like PTC India actually being quite active. Pawan Singh, Director of Finance and CFO at PTC India Financial Services, now joins in. Mr. Singh, good afternoon. Good having you. Just wanted some clarity on, there's a bit of a buzz in the market that you have received 150 crores from Tamil Nadu and Uttar Pradesh SEBs of your pending 820 crores. Could you confirm or deny that?
Yeah, actually, PTC could be receiving this kind of an amount. And I am from PTC India Financial Services. And basically, I would be mentioning here about, our recent achievement that we have sanctioned loan of 1,032 crores in the recent board meeting. And the highlight has been that for the first time we have taken some new pioneer projects. That is, we have started to finance rail sidings. We were earlier focusing on the energy value chain, but large portion of our exposure was largely to the thermal and hydro. And now we have moved to the coal mines as well as the rail sidings. And we have also, for the first time, taken financing of a power transmission project of 765 kV, which is coming in UP. So with this, our loan book size increases to about 11,000 crores. And at present, we are both in the conventional as well as renewable space combined together. We are supporting a capacity addition of more than 30,500 megawatts.
Okay. Mr. Singh, can you give us an idea of the quality of your asset book in the past quarter? Has there been any problems because of the power companies that you financed not getting receivables from DISCOMs, or are the projects that you financed not still at that mature stage?
See, in fact, many of our projects do have to reach, commercial operation.
Okay.
But that percentage is now falling down. In fact, over a year, the percentage of projects commission is more than the projects which are in the pipeline. And the reason for that is that we have also shifted, our disbursal to the renewable sector, where the commissioning takes place much faster. As far as our asset quality is concerned, we have a nil LPA so far. And we have at present we don't have any distress account where we are literally concerned. And good part is that, in fact, it looks like that the worst for the power sector is likely to come to an end. So we look for a, more optimistic year 13-14.
What would be the disbursements targets then, if you are saying that the woes are over and you are looking at a good year going forward?
See, disbursement target, because the numbers we would reveal over a period of time, but it looks like that we would be doing much better than what we did last year.
Okay, what can you tell us about your margins? What is the rate at which you're raising money, and what are you lending it at?
Our cost of capital is 8.30, and at our average lending is about 13.5.
Okay.
So we are maintaining a spread. Today we are maintaining a spread of almost 5.5%.
Okay. You said that some projects have come to fruition in the assets you have lent to. Do you witness any stress at all? I mean, I'm coming from the point that a lot of mega projects, like whether it is the Mundra project or whether it is the Adani Power project, are under stress, are debating with the CERC to raise power tariffs, their long-term power tariffs. Considering that, do you notice any stress in the assets that you have lent to?
See, we have not taken any exposure in Mundra, nor we have taken any exposure in Adani. So we would not be either way impacted with the CRC decisions. But as far as our projects are concerned, we don't have any pressure presently. And what we foresee is that as the case one bids get the policy on case one bid, they are out and the coal pooling clarity is there. I don't think there should be a major concern on any of these assets, because many of these assets have come at a time because in fact they would be selling power at the cost of production of power would be much competitive. It would be at grid parity. So saleability of power would not be a concern. only logistics issues.
I have
which
just
were,
one concern with the project that you just referred to as a major diversification, the private railway siding projects being developed in Chhattisgarh to offload coal. You know, I'm coming entirely from a person who reads newspaper reports of those areas getting infested with Naxal activities. This place is safe from that kind of activity?
Actually, not whole of Chhattisgarh is infested with Naxalite. So these areas, of course, are not in that Naxalite-prone zone.
Okay.
And moreover, on the land acquisition, most of the issues have been covered.
Okay.
Sure. Mr. Singh, one final question. I was just looking at the shareholding pattern for this quarter, and what stands out is that the FI holding is down from 21% to 9%, and the DII holding is up from 4% to 16%. I don't have the details on who sold and who bought. Would you have any kind of details?
See, one or two FIs did take they took a policy stand, and they were deciding to come out of certain investments which they had made. So that could be a reflection of that particular event which has occurred.
Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Mr. Pawan Singh, we appreciate you taking time out for us and apprising you of your